let's jump into this review with starting with the campaign. At the minute, I'm about 32 hours into the game. I've been sweating this game out a lot. As you can see, I started playing on the channel live streams beforehand, but I sort of got into it a bit too much, which this game is addicting. If you ask some people, you're going to be playing for some amount of time. I put in some long stints recently on this game, and I'm still really eager to start to play again, really. But yeah, with this one, we have a very good storyline. You play as yourself, well I play as myself, and you have a voice for yourself. Obviously it's not going to be your own voice, but you have either a woman or a man's voice that, well, don't take the whole gender thing for what I'm saying, but you get what I'm saying. And yeah, this really brings the game to life. I know in previous Horizons, I can't really give my overall opinion on the Horizons as they go on, because I played Horizon 1, 2 and 3, but I missed out on 4 because I got a little bit bored. But I came back to 5, I gave it a shot, and I'm glad I did. There's so much now to do. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody with the storylines and everything like that, but they bring in characters. We have actual like a storyline where you want to play and you want to do these races to find out what happens, which I think is awesome to do. We now have just fun challenges for you guys to do within the races as well, which sort of makes it feel like you're not just grinding this game out 24/7 just to get the credits or the XP. Another thing which brings this game to life for me is just what you can do. I know in previous Horizons it's a known given thing of PR stunts, races and all that sort of stuff, but I sort of feel like now with the PR stunts it keeps you involved in a way of getting your accolades, which they brought into this game of I'm not too sure whether I'll show it in the clips that you're viewing. At the minute I'm just recording my opinion, and I then will go on to record gameplay to then go on top of this. But the accolades that you can collect in this game is very addicting. I'm very much one that likes to grind games out, so the fact that I can go and get these accolades and then I get rewards from that, like I've recently got a reward in one of my accolades, I'm not too sure which one it was, for the Vulcan, the Aston Martin Vulcan AMR Pro, and yeah, that was just for doing an accolade. I think that's really cool. It keeps you guys motivated to go off and do something to then get this car without having to fork out the millions of pounds I'd have to have done to get the Vulcan, which I think is really cool. And the fact that now I'm very much one I like to get 100% completion, and I've just recently got every single road on this game, which is 578, which is bad of me because it shows I'm a sweat, but at the same time it shows that this game is big. The map is big, it's really big, but I think it's worth it for them to put this amount of work into the game to make it this big, because I think it worked perfectly. I think the maps are just about right size. I think if they went any smaller it would be a little bit too small, and if they went too much bigger you'll be then starting to think of like the crew. I haven't played the crew, but I know there's loads of people that say that the map it's just a bit too big. Now I didn't want that in this game, and thankfully we haven't got that. But moving on to one things that everybody's ranting and raving about is the graphics of this game. I'm not too sure in the gameplay that you're viewing right now whether the graphics come as what they should come as, because you know YouTube's rendering is awful and you don't see what the quality is. But if you bought this game and you're playing this game in the max settings that you can, whether you're on console or PC, you'll realise how beautiful this game is. It's taken them, I think it's 2 years since Horizon 4, and they put in so much time into these graphics. The way the cars look in the night time with like the number plate lights and a nice clean looking car, it looks beautiful. You then have all the mountains in the background, you got the beach side, you got everything, which just works extremely well if your PC or console's capable of upping the graphics. It's just amazing really, and I can't believe that a car game now is getting to this point. We've been waiting so long for this, and it's finally Forza is stepping up those boundaries into the point where we need it to be. And finally, I just want to do a little bit of a roundup. I know I've just been talking about how good this game is, but I just want to address the fact of should you buy this game. I have some cons and I have some pros and cons, I should really say. And let's start with the cons. Now, a lot of people that have been looking at this game will probably know that this game is very laggy, it's very buggy at the moment. And now you might be thinking, oh well, this game should be perfect straight out of the box. I don't think so. I like to give a game a few weeks for people to settle in, report bugs, and then come back to it. I know that Forza have been sending messages within the game to people saying that thank you for your notes on the bugs that they've been experiencing and that they're looking to fix them, and obviously they are being fixing them because there's been a lot of hot fixes going on lately, and that, you know what, fair play to them because they're actually addressing the issues that they're having. I know if I've experienced some of these bugs in the first week it came out, and you know, you get over it. There's so many people that are like slating this game for how buggy it is, but honestly, you're not going to notice it when you're playing it. You're really going to notice it once every 3 hours, maybe, something like that, and it's just a little glitch. And other than that, this game it's running spot on for me. I'm not going to lie. And the pros of this game, well, the graphics, it looks beautiful. The game is extremely addictive. That's one. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. And it's just a beauty to play. I'm not bored at the moment. I've been playing for 32 hours in total Steam time, it says, and I'm still not bored. I've got so much to do in this game still, which is leaving me wanting to play, and I think that's good because they've added so much into this now. I'm wanting to play it more than like completing the story mode, upgrading all my cars, and that being it. I've got so much more to do, which I think is amazing in a game. So what would I give this game out of 10? I'll probably give it a solid 9.1, and that's a very, very weird number, but yeah, there's not much to do. I know there's critiques within the bugs, but obviously I know at some point these are going to get fixed, so that's why I'm not really too fussed on you know, these bugs, because I know at some point they will get fixed. And yeah, it's just a joy to play, and you can probably tell by the way I'm explaining this game, I'm just excited to play and play and play, and I think that's something people will notice if you do get the game. So yeah, I think I was going to leave there, guys. I know it's been a little bit short, but I think I've got all my points across I need to get across, and I'd like to know down in the comments if you guys have played this game. Are you enjoying it? And if you are, why? And if you're not, why?